What is our fourth main topic today?
This story scares me.
Uh-oh.
Michael D'Souza said, oh God, I noticed that Sony had predicted the Spider-Man No Way Home opening weekend box office from before. The predictions were close to 250 million, which would mean that I win the bet. However, that has changed a bit. Sony is predicting the film will make at least 100 million with a potential 150 million. Is it still very impressive, especially during a pandemic with variants spreading worldwide? However, it is still lower than most people were assuming. What are your thoughts regarding the opening box office numbers, and do you think that it could reach 200 million plus?
Now, it should be noted, we have not yet set the parameters of what our bet will be, and
No,
I'm going to let
not.
Kim out of this bet. I'm going to let Kim out of this bet. Of course, Kim and I were having a bet that she thought the movie would make 250 million.
But I wanted to see you break dance.
And hey, by the way, the weekend hasn't come and gone yet. We've seen projections be wrong. I mean, you still could end up being right. This still could end up making $250 million.
And then the bet is back on.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
then
going to
the
be
bet's back
breakdancing
on.
through these streets.
But no, I've never thought this movie could make $250 million. Not right now. Not the way it is. Not when the current box office record is $90 million in the pandemic era. 90 million. And that's the record right now in the pandemic era. I thought 250 million is way outside of the thing. So yes, look, we have seen the box office predictions and forecasting for Spider-Man No Way Home moving around a lot. Obviously, it shut down and broke the ticket websites when the things went on sale. Initially, they were saying 150 to maybe 185 million. Then Box Office Pro came out and updated their projections to being like 185 million to 250 million dollars. And then a lot of people come out and saying, we think it's going to go north of that. Well, it still could, but it's looking less likely. This comes to us from the folks over at Variety who write the following. The Tom Holland's newest web-slinging adventure, Spider-Man No Way Home, hits theaters on Friday and is poised to generate 150 million in its box office debut. A heroic feat, even by pre-COVID standards. The film's distributor, Sony Pictures, modestly predicts a 3-day tally closer to 130 million, which would still rank as a huge win. But given pent-up demand and record pre-sales, some box office prognosticators are more bullish. They believe an opening weekend near $175 million could be within reach. All right, let me say this. It is great to get excited. It's great to get excited. And when we see like the box office websites are crashing and we want to talk about how much money Spider-Man No Way Home is going to make, all the interest, and, you know, because box office has a direct correlation to how much interest do people have in it? Is this the content that the fans are looking for? All that kind of stuff. Box office tells us a lot of information. The problem is, and I remember I said this a while ago when we first started talking about the Spider-Man box office potential. The problem is, if you had told me 3 months ago that Spider-Man No Way Home, when the current record in the pandemic of an opening weekend box office is $90 million, if you would have told me 3 months ago that Spider-Man No Way Home was going to open to $150 million, we'd be going, oh my God.
Right, yeah.
It might nearly double the box office record during the pandemic era. That's insane. Whoa. You know, there's a little nature boy for you. Woo! There would have been popping bottles, parading in the streets and going, oh my God, when the number one is like 90 million, Spidey's going to make 150. That's what it would have been. The problem with us getting all excited about these things and we start rolling up these box office numbers is what's going to happen now. And I said this was going to happen, and you watch, it is. If Spider-Man No Way Home makes now $175 million, which is insane success for the period of time we're in right now. Insane success. There are now going to be people going, well, what went wrong? Why did it underperform? I heard it was supposed to make $250 trillion at the box. What went wrong? Oh, why did it fail? Why did Spider-Man No Way Home fail? Meanwhile, those of us who are sane will look at them and say, are you fucking kidding me? They just made $175 million when the current record is 90. What? And that's the problem, right? And it doesn't matter how much we talk about it right now. It's what's going to happen. If Spider-Man No Way Home comes in under $250 million now, there are going to be a lot of people going, well, Spider-Man failed. It's like, no, in no possible multiverse reality is this movie a failure if it makes $160 million opening weekend. Again, when the current pandemic era record is 90.
Yeah.
It's insane success. Now, again, let me temper that by saying, of course, this movie, it is still possible it could come out and make 250.
Yes, it is.
Yes, as Kim gets all excited about that notion. It's still possible. I never thought it was likely. No. I'm still going to hold to the 150 to 200 million range. I mean, look, if this thing comes out and make 105 million, well, then I'm going to say, okay, there was a disconnect there. Something went wrong. But I think this thing is still going to make between 150 and 200 million. And I think that should be seen for what it is, a ridiculous, unbelievable, monumental success. But there are going to be people that are going to cry about it. Anyway, Kim, as one of the participants in this wager that we have, I don't know. You see this, first of all, what are your thoughts about this report? and what does it do? Are you still expecting that 250 million? How are you feeling about it?
You know, I'm a little discouraged. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little discouraged. But like you said, this is not a normal year. 2021, we are happy to be outside. We are happy to not be afraid to go to the grocery store. To have $100 million at the box office would be a success, okay? But, keep hope alive. I still think, John, look, okay, maybe it's because I'm optimistic.
Okay, listen, okay.
Okay, so let me put the Joe Pesci. Okay. I am still keeping hope that it could do 250 because I'm still holding on to my thought that, like you said, so many people that haven't been to the movies not only are like, I can't wait, this is my first time back in the theater, but they didn't just buy one ticket. John, I don't think any of our viewers that have written in to say, hey, I got my tickets, said I got one ticket for one show. Pretty much everyone is like, I got a ticket for this show and the nighttime and the Saturday. I think that there's reason to keep hope alive. However, if I lose the bet, if I'm wrong, I know it's going to be a triumph, and I think Paul Thomas Anderson was right that we should be glad that Spider-Man is going to get more people back in the theaters than we've had in almost 2 years. So,
yeah, and listen, and don't forget, too, there's a longer range thing as well here. Don't forget, unlike Suicide Squad and a number of other films, this movie's playing in theater and only playing in theaters. Which means, like, unlike when Godzilla vs. Kong came out, it had for the pandemic era, it had a wonderful opening weekend. But then once people thought, okay, I went to go see it in the theaters, now I'll go watch it on HBO. Instead of coming back to the theaters again to watch it for a second time, instead of coming back to the theaters to bring my buddy with me who I know is going to love this movie, instead of doing that, they go, Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be, let's go see it in the theaters. God, I loved it, hopefully. God, I loved it. I got to go back again. And then I got to go back again and bring my buddy. And then I got to go back again and bring my girlfriend. And then I got to go back again and bring my girlfriend and her friend, who I secretly also have a crush on. And then I got to go back again and bring my parents. And then that's so, even if, we get it comes in $150 million, whatever, I still think $1 billion is totally in the conversation because everybody's got to go back to the theater to see it again if they want to see it again.
And everyone I know, and you guys, I know 5 people, so it's kind of like a lot. Everyone I know has multiple tickets.
Yep.
Nobody that I know has one ticket to see Spider-Man. Everyone I know, all 5 folks, have more than one ticket to see Spider-Man. And I think that's going to really be huge. What?
Look to your right.
Oh, God.
Just look to your right. Just look to your right.
What?
He's only got one ticket to see Spider-Man this weekend.
And you're like the 6th person I know.
I only got one ticket?
Well, yeah, you're
No,
gonna
he
go.
doesn't even have a
Oh,
ticket.
what are you talking about? I'm completely lost. I'm just
You're in the
trying to
live
pay-
chat. You're engaging
Yeah,
with people on the
I
live
mean, this is a mission right now.
Does he even have a ticket, or he's
See,
just showing up?
it's either participate in the show or babysit the chat room. And it
And you were locked in, man. I'm looking over. You were
Yeah.
like laser
Let
focused,
me
locked
ask
in.
you: have you purchased your own ticket for Spider-Man?
No, because I don't know if it's good
okay,
yet.
Damn.
See,
I don't know if it's good yet.
We got.
If I want to see
tomorrow.
it again,
He
then
doesn't
I'll buy.
count.
So there you go. There was one person you knew that hasn't that doesn't have multiple tickets yet. There's one. I've got multiple. Like I'm going to go see it a couple times on the
Yeah.
first day. I'm really excited. Actually, obviously, I'm excited about seeing. By the way, just want to remind all of our friends who have been invited to come and join us. Make sure you bring your masks because the mask mandate is put back in place. But I'm then really excited to go see it in Hollywood at the Chinese Theater later that night. So I'm really excited to see a movie there as well. So anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about these new updates to the box office predictions? I still think these are remarkable numbers. But maybe you're thinking, well, if it's not 250 million, that means it failed. Maybe you do. I don't know. What are you guys thinking about this? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.